have you been listening to this show for a while? Do you like this show? Do you want to see it continue? There's one way you can do that. You can actually visit our Patreon page and donate some money to make sure the show continues. That's the only way we fund the show, the only way we make it happen. Go to patreon.com/wehaveconcerns, find out bonus stuff you can get for supporting us, and make sure the show keeps on trucking.
It's going to take a lot more.
Yeah. I mean,
I really need you to apologize for everything that's not going right in my life. And I need you to do it a little more emphatically than that. This is We Have Concerns. Hi, Jeff Cannata.
Hi, Anthony Carboni.
Hello, concerned citizens. Jeff, what do you think is the quintessentially American quality? When you look at somebody and you go, aha, that is an American. How do you know?
They're belligerent.
Okay.
Yelling.
Yeah.
Is it the yelling?
It could be the yelling. Is it the obesity?
Maybe
What is it that makes us American?
Unfounded overconfidence.
If you line up 10 people and
Yeah.
you have them just stand in front of you and act natural without speaking,
Right.
what do you think people from around the world say is the quality that makes them go, aha, American, without speaking?
The red, white, and blue button-up T-shirts that they're all wearing.
Probably it. It's probably the NASCAR hat with the two beer cans. Which I'm wearing right now. I wear it every time I podcast, and I suggest you wear it as you listen.
Well, you got to stay hydrated.
You can't do it with a nice pair of over-ear headphones,
No.
but I suggest earbuds, beer hat.
Anthony, we gotta patent the earphones / beer cozy. Come on.
I'm telling you, that's a $4 million Kickstarter at least. No, most people will tell you the quality that is most recognizably American is just fucking smiling all the time. Smiling all the time for no reason at all when you shouldn't be smiling. We're smilers.
We're smilers. I'm smiling right now just thinking about smiling.
On Reddit, when people ask this question, a user in Finland said, when a stranger on the street smiles at you, A, you assume he is drunk. B, you assume he is insane. C, you assume he's American. And one of the three are always true.
That's crazy. I don't feel like strangers on the street smile at me.
No? You don't think we're smilers?
I mean, I try to smile at people, but I feel like in urban areas in particular, people kind of keep head down, face forward, not smiling.
Jeff, you're in a semi-crowded post office, and you have to walk by somebody or reach for a pen. You look at them, you notice that you might potentially be in their space.
Yeah, no, I smile. I do.
Smile.
Yeah.
Right?
I do. I
Smiling,
smile. I'm an American.
Smiling.
USA. USA. USA.
Smiling is our default reaction, whether we're happy, whether we're diffusing a situation, whether we are meeting a stranger on the street. Americans are smilers.
I think that's great.
Is
it
it?
makes me feel pride to be an American. I like smiling. Smiling's a good thing. It's a positive. It's better than the old middle finger.
Is a nervous or angry situation smile, is that the best smile? Or is it kind of...
You think it's disingenuous?
I think not only is it disingenuous, I think it might miscommunicate in a situation. If you are in a situation that is potentially tense and you nervous smile, could the other person think that you're being patronizing or that you're not taking the situation seriously? Certainly they could.
Perhaps.
And you might be in that situation. So why do we smile so much?
Because we're happy?
Because we're happy? I don't think so.
If you're happy and you know it.
We're actually...
Clap your hands. Damn it. We should be clapping our hands.
Finland is where that gentleman said anybody who smiles at you is crazy or an American.
Right.
Is much happier per capita than we are.
That's true. And smiles less?
They smile much less.
Wow.
A lot of happier countries than us smile far less than we do.
Well, how do they know that they're happy?
If we're not constantly smiling, how will we and everyone else know that we are happy?
I'm so happy right now.
I need you to notice that I'm happy.
I'm so very happy.
I need to communicate that I'm happy. Otherwise, people might not think I'm happy, and maybe I'm not happy.
What if I'm not? What if they all know I'm not?
Oh, God, what if I'm not really happy? Smile as hard as I can. Here's the reason why people think that we smile. There was a study done in 2015 by an international group of researchers that looked at the number of source countries that have fed into various nations since the year 1500.
Huh.
Okay? So high immigration.
Okay.
Places where a bunch of people come from a bunch of other
Melting
places.
pots.
Melting pots. Places like Canada and the United States are very diverse. Canada is 63% diverse. United States, 83%.
You're going to say it transitions the language barrier.
Yes, I
Cultural
am.
language barrier. The only way to communicate that I'm okay and you're okay is to smile because it's international.
Yup. And I didn't mean to say percent there earlier. I meant Canada has people feeding in from 63 different countries. The United States has people feeding in from 83 source countries. We're the biggest smilers because
you have to.
You have to. In a situation where all you know is hello, goodbye,
Right.
or I need this, or you need that, and you can't communicate the nuance of what you're trying to say.
Right.
You can
Yeah,
communicate
the
about
substance.
I need this,
Yeah.
but I'm smiling lets you know that I need this and not I need
It's
this.
not an aggressive need.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's a social lubricant, you're saying, amongst people that can't actually be socialized.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Until you learn the language, until you learn how to interact with people, you smile. And over time, because we had so many people feeding in from so many source countries, it's not like everybody got used to it and then we figured out what the American way of interacting was. Nobody got used to it. We just kept smiling.
Wow.
And so that became the North American way.
Wow. That's fascinating.
It became our default.
So people in Finland are like, he knows I'm happy. I don't have to smile. It's fine.
Yeah.
He knows I'm happy. He knows that I could just explain to him that we're all doing great.
Countries with the least amount of smiling also tend to be the most homogenous. China, Zimbabwe, Russia.
Wow.
They don't smile that much.
No need.
No need.
Everybody knows.
Everybody knows what's up.
I'll just explain, hey, I need to get past you over there to get to the post office.
Yeah.
It's fine. Everybody's fine.
We're all the same here.
Yeah.
We get it. I'm just getting a pen. I don't need to fucking smile at you to get a pen. We're in the post office. That's the pen everybody shares.
No, go get the pen.
I'm just going to get the pen.
Yeah, no, have it. Have the pen.
Cool. I did.
I know.
Great.
We're all fine.
Have a good day.
Everything's great.
It also has to do with a level of political stability or social stability. So countries that have a little less social stability, obviously, don't smile all the fucking time.
Right.
And don't feel the need to smile all the fucking time. Why is that guy running around smiling? Everything's going to shit.
Don't trust that guy.
Don't trust that guy. He's the crazy
That's
smiling
the guy that stole the pen from the post office. Look at him go.
I'm happy, motherfuckers. Yeah. So,
but let me ask you this, Anthony.
Sure.
Smiling is supposed to have very good properties, right? And I've read a bunch of studies about how you sort of fake it till you make it with smiling. If you want to actually feel better, force yourself to smile, and you will eventually actually feel better.
Now, these studies are true, and I don't want to say or give people the impression that nobody smiles in Zimbabwe, nobody smiles in China, nobody smiles in Russia. When I was in Russia, people actually do smile and laugh quite a bit.
But it's usually because of your demise.
It's usually
over your demise.
as they were stomping on me.
Yeah.
Or like swindling me out of my money.
That's the only thing that gives them joy.
Or stealing my Blizzard account. That happens a lot in Russia.
Yeah.
No, what it is it's not done in casual interactions with strangers.
Right.
But once you're having a real conversation with somebody.
Yeah. It's intimate.
Smiling, laughing in an intimate setting around friends.
Also vodka.
Yeah, also drunk.
Vodka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and I found this when I was traveling around in Europe too. Places where they casually smile on the street less didn't make them any less friendly. Mm-hmm. The second I started having a real conversation with somebody, they smiled.
Can I tell you my international experience? I was an exchange student in Japan when I was 16. I had my 17th birthday in Japan, and I stayed with a couple of families, and in both cases, each of the families I stayed with, there was a lot of time that I spent with people that I didn't speak their language and they didn't speak mine. And there was no one there to translate. It was just, there were mornings when I would wake up and the one English speaker in their house had left for the day, and I was there with other members of the household. I didn't speak any Japanese. They didn't speak any English, and we had to communicate.
God forbid you pick up any Japanese.
Oh, why would I? I'm an American.
God forbid you learn to speak any Japanese in your year in Japan.
You know what goes a long way, Anthony? Smile. Just a smile.
Just a smile.
Just a smile goes a long,
Just a smile
long way.
and a refusal to integrate.
I noticed that in Japanese culture, oftentimes smiling represented an uncomfortability.
Yes.
And smiling and giggling and things that we would associate with being very comfortable really were the opposite for them. And they would smile, and it was very clear the smile was not a joyous act.
Oh, it was every time when I was in Japan, every time I was getting something wrong.
Yeah.
They were laughing and smiling, but it wasn't like, it didn't feel like a malicious laughing and smiling.
Right. It's not making fun of you.
The way I would laugh and smile if somebody was getting something wrong.
Yeah, it's that we're all uncomfortable.
It's just like, oh, no, you're doing that wrong.
Right.
Here's how you do it. Let us help you.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's the thing, is you can imagine
So the
83 different source countries coming in,
Yeah.
running around in this new country.
Yeah.
Somebody's doing something incorrectly. Hey, I want you to know you're doing this wrong, but I'm not mad about it.
Right.
And it's not a thing. Like, we're not making it a thing. That's just a federal pen. And if you walk away with it, we have to tase you.
Oh.
Like, we have to.
But
I'm smiling.
No, I get that. And
This is a cool situation.
Super cool. Super cool. I feel super cool about it. And if it wasn't for the fact that I need this pen so bad,
Okay.
and
Okay. Here's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, it looks...
Here's what I'm going to say.
Uh-huh.
You could finish using the pen here in the federal building.
Right.
And then I don't have to unsnap my taser holster like I'm doing right now.
Yeah. No, I think that looks like a delightful taser.
It's not.
And you're making it sound...
It's not a delightful taser.
It's making it sound so fun.
No, it's not fun. It's going to be bad.
So you say that, but I feel like the subtext is...
No.
It's going to be a great time.
There is no subtext.
So I'm going to go ahead and take this pen.
I'm going to talk to you like a child now because you're acting like one.
Right.
And this...
Children are the best. They always have fun.
Children have fun until they're tased to death, which has unfortunately happened a lot.
That's right.
Put the pen down.
My child was tased to death just last week. Really? Really, ma'am? Yes, I'm smiling about it, but it's so sad inside.
So just if you want to put the pen down, that's totally okay with us.
All right, it's just not
Sorry, it looked like you were turning around.
I cannot smile now. There's so much electricity going through my body.
And now you're American.
And that's how all Americans were born.
All Americans are born through
A series of
a
tases.
series of electrical shocks. Yeah, so I think it's just people trying to be cool,
make
man.
it cool.
Just
Yeah.
be cool.
Can I tell you a story that happened to me this morning? And I really shouldn't even say this because it's super embarrassing.
Mhm.
I had a road rage thing happen this morning. For real.
Oh,
Totally
yeah?
not making it up. Wasn't going to tell anyone about it. Now I'm telling everyone about it. Dude cut me off. I got mad and cut him off, which I shouldn't do. It's stupid.
That's ridiculous.
I'm literally
man.
on my way here to record this. This is what happened.
That's ridiculous.
And then he pulled up beside me, and I turned, and you know what I did? I smiled and laughed at him. I smiled, and I was like, like a crazy person, like an insane crazy person.
Why would you?
Rather than
why
like
would
giving them
why would you do any of that?
Because I have problems.
You
guess.
do, man.
It's not common, but again, I'm very embarrassed to even bring it up, but it legit happened this morning. And I didn't give him the finger. I didn't yell at him. I smiled and laughed at him.
Dude, that would unsettle me way more.
I thought it worked. He looked really freaked out because it looked like I was a crazy motherfucker. I looked like an insane person not to mess with.
Finland was right about us.
And that Finnish driver was very sad. No, I'm not proud of it.
So I don't know how to respond to that because you did everything wrong. And
Yeah.
I don't want to rag on you for it or
the
make
first
this
part
about.
He did.
But did he do it on purpose?
Yeah, he did. I could
Did he
tell.
do it because he needed to? Was it a bad traffic? I got to
He was
turn
being
situation.
he was being a real douche.
Okay,
being a
but
real douche.
still, very dangerous to try and cut him off.
Oh, I
on
know.
purpose.
I know. And if my wife is listening to this, she would be furious.
Well, if your wife is listening to this, I will tell her the same thing I tell my wife about everything we say on this podcast. It's fictional.
oh, right. It's all
Entirely
made up.
fictional, and I've never shared any one true thing on this
Never
podcast,
once. No.
especially about her.
These
And
are-
so there's no reason for her to listen
We're
to any
playing
more
these
episodes than
characters
she already has.
called Anthony and Jeff.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm playing Anthony.
Yeah,
which is the weird
we're a
thing.
couple of McElroy brothers that you've never heard of. We're just the fourth and fifth McElroys.
McElroy. Wouldn't that be a wonderful thing? God, to be a McElroy.
Here's another thing, though. So smiling is due to uncomfortability. It's a social lubricant. We're trying to like defuse a situation, right?
Yeah.
Why do Americans smile so much bigger? Why is the big toothy American? Because you think about the Japanese
Is that
smile.
true?
Think about the Japanese. It's not a big toothy smile. The Japanese smile.
It's
the American grin is a big old grin. My
it's
teeth
like
are
everything
out.
the Japanese do that related to American. It's miniaturized.
Yeah, it's very like
They made it smaller.
it's very small and it's kind of like closed mouthed.
Right.
It's not the big toothy American grin, the excited smile. We don't just smile when we smile. Even when we smile for a camera, just a polite smile. It's the biggest, toothiest smile.
Well, we're Americans. We got to do fucking the best. Got to smile it up.
We got to do it. It's because, Jeff, we value high energy, happy feelings more than a lot of other countries. We put more intrinsic value on joy than other countries do.
Is that capitalism? Is that commercialism telling you have to have the whitest whites and the brightest pearly smile and the biggest baddest thing, and you got to do it all, and it's all about effort and it's all about America? Fuck yeah.
It is kind of related to capitalism and government. Yeah, is what they found.
Yeah.
The deal is they compared official photos of American and Chinese business and government leaders and coded them due to levels according to levels of facial muscle movement. Okay. And they found that American leaders in all contexts, bigger smiles, brighter smiles, right? And then they asked college students from 10 different countries how often they would ideally like to experience certain emotions in a given week. Okay. From happiness to calmness to hostility.
Yeah.
What's the most important? Photos of leaders from those countries always matched the college students' ideals.
Wait, what person would ever say, I don't want to feel happiness?
Calmness.
They want calmness.
A sense of peace.
Huh.
There are other positive emotions.
But happiness is the best of them.
Yeah, that's a very American thing to say.
I want to be happy, goddammit.
Is there a difference between happiness and content? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And some other countries would rate contentment higher than happiness.
Fuck those countries.
They found that the more a country's students valued happy, high-energy emotions like excitement and enthusiasm, the more excited looking the government officials looked in their photos. And they also controlled for like economic success, things like that. They put it all in there. The amount that people in those countries actually felt happy didn't matter. The leaders always reflected the ideal and not what people actually
Well, that makes sense. They're selling a product,
They're
right? They're selling the idea of what it is to be a representative of that country. So if you want your representative of that country to match the way you want to feel, it makes sense to me. It's a direct correlation.
Yeah. So, but we're perpetuating this American thing of like, we have to be happy all the time.
Right.
Okay, then I will show you that I am happy all the time because I'm your leader. Well, now I'm seeing that and I want to be happy all the time because our leaders seem so happy all the time.
It's a circular smile.
Are we putting too much value on it? Are we putting too much value on the toothy grinned, disgusting levels of joy?
You're making it sound so negative. I think smiling
What if I smile at you while I say it?
Oh, now I like it.
No, I'm just saying in comparison to other countries that actually, according to all measurements and tests, are happier than us.
Yeah.
We smile more. We want to project happiness more than we actually want to feel happiness.
Yeah.
And that's something I think is very interesting about us.
Yeah, there's a dishonesty to it, right?
A little bit of one, yeah. And so I'm not trying to say that like, stop smiling, this is American lies. No, it's okay to want to be happy. I think we should want to be happy, but we should question like if we need to be happy all the time or if we need to project being happy all the time and how important that is to us. That's all. And also, we should be depressed all the time because the world is traveling off a cliff.
That's a good point.
There, I said it.
That's a good point.
No, I don't mean that.
I mean, kind of true, though.
You kind of mean it.
I kind of do. That's why I get mad on the road because why are people so awful to each other?
That guy cutting you off is emblematic of everything bad happening in the world.
I got to put an end to it.
If I can just put an end to that guy cutting me off on the road, I can put an end to everything going wrong on our highest levels of government.
Yes. It starts locally and works globally. Right, Anthony? I got to be Captain America in my own hometown so the Captain America...
This isn't Captain America. This is how the Punisher happens.
You know what?
This is how Michael Douglas and Falling Down happens. Kids, ask your parents. That's how. I don't know. What I would love to know. We have listeners from all over the world.
Yeah.
What country are you from?
And are you smiling right now?
Are you smiling? And what, if you had to put a value, what emotion do you want to feel the most every week?
That is the most interesting question, I think. I would love to hear that because I think happiness would rank at the top of my list, but maybe it's contentment or peace. Or...
I would love to feel content for a week. I would love to know what that's like.
But
I would love to know. We would love to know what you think too. Hit us up on Twitter. I'm at @acarboni.
I'm at Jeff Canada.
You can also discuss this on the Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/wehaveconcerns, or on the subreddit, wehaveconcerns.reddit.com. And hey, just to let you know, I think a great way to feel happier and more content is just to buy shit. And so
that is American.
That's a real American way to think about it, but maybe it's good for you too. Head to wehaveconcerns.com/shop and buy happiness from us.
Or for us.
To us.